Stop wasting time watching others get rich. Because every second you spend scrolling through someone else's success story, you're silently delaying your own. Every video you binge about people making millions, every clip that motivates you but never leads to action, it's time slipping away. You're consuming inspiration instead of creating results. You're studying success like it's entertainment when it's supposed to be instruction. The people you're watching aren't special. They're just focused. They decided to build while everyone else was watching. And while you're sitting there, eyes glued to their highlight reels, they're stacking wins, compounding effort, turning minutes into momentum. You're not behind because life's unfair. You're behind because you're distracted. You're not broke because you lack opportunity. You're broke because you keep outsourcing your ambition to other people's achievements. Let's be real. You've watched hundreds of videos like this one. You've heard the same advice again and again. Save money, invest early, build skills, start now. You nod, you agree, you feel motivated for 5 minutes, and then nothing changes. Why? Because motivation without execution is a trap. It feels productive, but it's poison. It tricks your brain into believing you're moving forward when you're standing still. You've become addicted to learning without doing, inspired but inactive, informed but unchanged. You scroll through success stories like a gambler watching other people win, convincing yourself that one day it'll be your turn, but it won't be, not until you stop being a spectator. You can't watch your way to wealth. You can't consume your way to success. You can't scroll your way to freedom. Every hour you waste watching others is an hour you could have spent building something of your own. The truth is, every successful person you admire started exactly where you are, broke, confused, uncertain. But they didn't stay there. They didn't keep saying, one day. They didn't wait for motivation. They acted. They failed. They learned. They tried again. Meanwhile, most people waste their best years watching, not working. They chase dopamine instead of discipline. They talk about success instead of earning it. They study productivity hacks while avoiding real effort. You think you're learning, but you're actually escaping. You're avoiding the uncomfortable truth that action is the only thing that changes your life. You don't need another video. You need to start building your own. And here's what hurts. Deep down, you already know this. You know that your time is disappearing. You know that the same people you used to watch for motivation are now years ahead of you, living the life you dream about. They're not smarter. They're not luckier. They're just consistent. They use their time differently. While you were overthinking, they were executing. While you were planning, they were practicing. While you were watching, they were working. The difference between you and them isn't talent, it's priorities. They prioritized action, you prioritize comfort, and that comfort is costing you your future. Let's talk about time. Time is the most valuable currency you'll ever have, and you're spending it like it's infinite. You scroll for hours every day, saying just one more video, as if those minutes don't matter, but they do. Every minute wasted compounds, just like money. 10 minutes a day becomes an hour a week. An hour a week becomes 52 hours a year. 52 hours of potential progress thrown away watching someone else live your dream. Multiply that over 5 years, and you've lost hundreds of hours that could have built a business, a skill, or an investment portfolio. Time is like compounding interest. Use it wisely, and it multiplies. Waste it, and it disappears forever. The rich understand this. They treat time like an asset. They protect it, invest it, and multiply it. The poor treat it like entertainment. They spend it without thinking. Here's the brutal truth. If you're watching others get rich, you're making them richer. Every click, every view, every second of your attention is feeding someone else's algorithm, someone else's brand, someone else's bank account. You are the product. Your time, your focus, your engagement. That's what they're monetizing. You think you're learning success, but you're actually funding it. For them, not for you. The most successful people in the world don't spend hours consuming content. They create it. They don't live through others. They document their own journey. They use the same platforms that distract everyone else to build their empires. The difference? Intention. You can use the internet to escape or to evolve. You decide. Let me tell you something. The people you watch are not superheroes. They're not gifted. They just decided that someday was today. They use their free time differently. Instead of consuming, they created. Instead of talking, they did. Instead of watching, they worked. They stopped waiting for permission and gave it to themselves. and you can do the same, but only if you stop being a consumer. Because consumers stay broke, producers get rich. That's the law of the modern world. You say you want freedom, but you don't act free. You spend your hours obeying distractions. You let notifications decide your focus. You let algorithms dictate your priorities. You've built a digital prison for yourself, one where you're entertained to death. And the saddest part? You think it's harmless. You say, it's just a few videos. But those videos are your future slipping away. Every time you choose entertainment over execution, you're teaching your brain that comfort matters more than change. And once that becomes your habit, you're done. Because habits compound just like money does. Think about this. What if you use the same amount of time you spend watching others get rich, maybe 3, 4, 5 hours a day, to actually build something? To learn a profitable skill, to create content, to start investing, to read about business, to design your own brand? In 1 year, your entire life would look different. But most people won't. They'll keep saying, I don't have time. Yet they have time for Netflix, time for TikTok, time for gossip, time for everything that keeps them poor. You don't lack time, you lack priorities. And the longer you live like that, the harder it becomes to change. Because the world is moving fast, and every day you wait, the gap between you and the builders gets wider. The rich use their time as leverage. The poor use it as escape. The rich study success to apply it. The poor study success to admire it. You're not supposed to watch millionaires. You're supposed to become one. But you can't do that from the sidelines. You can't do that while being addicted to watching others play the game. You have to play. You have to take hits, take risks, take responsibility. Because watching feels safe, but it's a trap. You can't fail watching. You can't lose watching, but you also can't win. And here's something deep. You're not jealous of other people's success. You're jealous of your own potential. You see what's possible for them and know deep down that it could have been you if you had started earlier, stayed consistent, stayed focused. That's why it hurts to see others win. It's not envy, it's reflection. They're a mirror showing you what you're capable of and what you've avoided. But the good news? You can still start. You can still turn that frustration into fuel. Every day you waste watching is another day you could be documenting your own rise. So here's your wake-up call. Stop being a spectator. The internet made everyone a player, but most people still act like fans. You can build, create, earn, learn, grow, all from your phone, all from your room. But instead, you're scrolling through the lives of people who already did. You're not too late. You're just too distracted. The tools are free. The information is free. The opportunities are everywhere. You don't need permission. You don't need perfection. You just need action. You want to know the difference between the watchers and the winners? The winners use every spare moment to move forward. They don't waste their nights numbing their minds. They don't waste their weekends complaining. They treat their goals like a job. They study the same information as everyone else, but apply it while others only consume it. That's the secret. They act while everyone else watches. Here's something to think about. If you watched 1 hour less of other people's lives every day and spent that time on yours, that's 365 hours a year. That's 9 full work weeks of effort you could invest into your dream. 9 weeks could build a business. 9 weeks could build a new skill. 9 weeks could change your entire financial future. But most people would rather use those 9 weeks to watch others do it instead. And don't fool yourself. You're not learning by watching endlessly. You're just feeding procrastination. You think you need more information, more motivation, more clarity. You don't. You need movement. Action creates clarity. Action builds confidence. Action creates momentum. You can't think your way into success. You have to work your way there. Every small action you take compounds, but you'll never see the results if you keep outsourcing your effort to entertainment. So, from this moment on, you need to make a decision to stop being an observer and start being a participant, to stop living in the comment section and start living in creation, to stop wasting your potential watching people who refuse to waste theirs. Because your potential is dying every day you delay. The world doesn't care about your intentions, only your results. You don't get paid for what you plan. You get paid for what you do. Think of it this way. Every minute you waste watching others make money, you're literally transferring wealth from your time to theirs. You're helping them grow while you stay still. You're building their dream, not yours. And if that doesn't wake you up, nothing will. The greatest scam of this generation isn't inflation or taxes, it's attention theft. The most valuable thing in the world today isn't money, it's focus. Whoever controls your focus controls your future. Right now, your focus belongs to the people who are using it to get rich. It's time to take it back. From this point forward, every time you feel the urge to scroll, to watch, to compare, remind yourself, this moment could be mine. This success could be mine. This opportunity could be mine, but only if I stop watching and start building. Because every story you admire started with someone who stopped watching too. They turned their frustration into fuel, their doubt into discipline, their boredom into action. And that's exactly what you must do. In a few years, one of two things will happen. You'll either be watching the next wave of people live the life you wanted, or you'll be one of the people others are watching. The difference depends entirely on what you do right now. Because wealth doesn't wait, success doesn't pause, opportunities don't knock forever. They move fast, and they move toward the ones who move. So stop wasting time watching others get rich. Use that time to make yourself unrecognizable a year from now. Use that time to learn a skill, start a project, build a business, invest, create, improve. The world doesn't reward watchers, it rewards doers. And one day, when you're finally free, when your name, your brand, your work start inspiring others, you'll realize that the only difference between you and everyone else was that you stopped watching and started winning. This is your moment, your call to action, your turning point. You can keep scrolling through success, or you can start writing your own. But remember this, every day you wait, someone else is living the life you are meant to build. Stop watching, start working. And never again waste your time watching others get rich when you could be building your own empire.